Okay, good evening, grade 5 parents. This is blog 1 of 9 blogs. This is September's blog. This lesson is on lattice multiplication. All right, so what is a lattice? A lattice is just a box, basically, with parts, that's all. All right, so imagine we wanted to do the traditional multiplication of 18 times 3. So traditionally we will, or 3 times 18. Traditionally we will do 3 times 8 is 24. We put down the 4 and we carry the 2. All right, so we carry the 2, which is shown right here. It's the 2 that we just carried. And then we do 3 times 1 is 3, and so we now have 3 that we're adding to the 2, and so now we have 5. And so our answer is 3 times 18 is 54. Now, that's well and good if you are not as absent-minded as me, and you might forget that you have the 3 to combine with the 2 to get 5. Let's suppose a kid just doesn't have that organizational skill to constantly remember that he's keeping part in his mind, which is the 3, which is not written as anything in this column to be added, and he has to remember that he's going to add that 3 in his mind to the 2. That could be some problem, right? Here comes lattice multiplication. So the same problem can be done using lattice multiplication. So again, I have my tens place and I have my ones place, but I'm not doing any regrouping and adding until the end. I just write down what I have in the box. Every multiplication process that I do, the result goes in the box for each one of these processes. All right, so 3 times 8 is 24. Right, 24, no carrying, just write it down there. So your result for the first 2 parts of the multiplication, 3 times 8, which is we're multiplying the ones, 3 times 8 ones is 24. We leave that down because 24 is 24 ones. No need to carry anything yet. And now I go to my tens. 3 times 1 is going to be 3. I write it down here. Only if it's double digit do I use this. Okay? But just to keep it from not being confusing, just put a 0 there, because 0, 3 is the same as 3. Got it, we're done. And so now what I do is I'm finished with this. I don't need my factors anymore. I just need to look at my result and make sense of it. So 4 has nothing to group with, so I just write my 4 down. And now I have 3 and 2 to combine. Still the same addition process as a regular process with traditional multiplication. So 3 plus 2 is going to be 5. So far so good. And now I have 0, which also has nothing to be grouped with. So my answer is 0, 5, 4. But we know that 0, 5, 4 is 54, and so I'm done. That's lattice multiplication. All right, just another one just to get us used to it. Suppose I wanted to multiply 23 by 4. So I know that I have 2 tens in 23 and 3 ones. So I set it up like this. So now I have 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. I just write it down there. Keep the result until the end. And now I have 4, back to the 4 times 2 is this time going to be 8. So I have my 8 down there and kind of put the 0 as a placeholder, right? And so 2, I don't need the 2 and the 3 anymore here. I don't need the factors anymore, so that's gone. This factor is gone also. I know I have my result to work with. So 2 is by itself, so I have a 2. 8 plus 1 is going to be 9. And I have my 0. So 23 rather times 4 is going to just be 092, which is just 92. All right, I would do another example, but time is running out. I'm going to post a second video with a more complex case soon.